Hello everyone, today I'm bringing you a guide on how to complete the Thunder Forge quest. This quest is part of the legendary Cloak quest line and occurs just after you turn in your 20 Secrets of the Empire, 40 Trillium Bars, and reach Exalted status with the Black Prince / Wrathion. Now this quest is here at the Isle of Thunder, located at the Thunder Forge. Right up here. And the quest itself actually takes place in a solo instance, and it has multiple parts to it. So as I go through this guide, you will see each different part. Now, to start off, though, I would like to introduce this character. It is my monk. She is a brewmaster, and I'm going to mouse over all of her gear, including talents. Okay, as you probably saw there, I am very overgeared for this at 543 item level. However, I just reached this point in the legendary Cloak quest chain, and this is also taking place while we have the Gaze of the Black Prince buff. So, here we go. I'm going to go talk to Wrathion and begin the scenario. Okay, I have entered the solo scenario here. Now, as you can tell, it takes place in the courtyard of the Thunder Forge. And to start, of course, you talk to Wrathion, but I want to go over a few things first. Stage 1, of course, is just speak with him. The next stage will require you to click on one of the cauldrons. I believe it is this one over here. And then after that, what will happen is 3 Shadowpan guards will spawn, and they are going to help you during this part of the quest. One of them is a tank-like mob, or NPC I should say, and the other 2 are DPS. Now, since my character is a brewmaster, the tank mob, or NPC, is not really going to help me. And the reason why they spawn is that you will be fighting off waves of Mogu, and you have to protect Wrathion. Now, these waves of Mogu will continue for quite some time until a boss appears. During the waves of Mogu, you will see green spheres. They look like the Zen spheres that the healing monks use, and you can run over them and get healed. And then also later on, you will see these, I want to call balls of lightning. And when you run over those, you will become electrified, and your attacks will have a nature damage component to them. So it's kind of like a damage buff. So I'm going to go ahead and start this, and I will comment as I go through it.
Is there such a thing as a right? The trillium you brought me must be refined for our purposes. This foundry should be sufficient. Help me manipulate the molds.
Here are the 3 mobs that are going to spawn and help me. I'd just like to point out this is the healing sphere right here that you could All 3 of the NPC's health is also displayed here so that you can keep track of them.
This foundry should be sufficient. We will empower the metal with an electrical charge. Be ready to fight if we draw too much attention.
Now it's usually better to... Oh, here's the overcharge. Here is the ball of lightning right here. And I'm going to run over it and I will get a buff that lasts for 40 seconds here. It's called Overcharged. Now, as you may have noticed, a counter has appeared at the top of the screen. Once this counter equals 200, a boss is going to spawn. Now, columns of, well, they're not really columns, but this lightning is going to start hitting the ground, and you really need to get out of it, the way of it, because it will hurt quite a bit. Now we'll probably have the boss spawn. He's going to spawn right there. as you could tell, he was fairly easy to defeat, but since I'm so overgeared for this, I was able to take him down pretty easily. If you are not as overgeared as I am, then you will need to follow the mechanics. Next, we follow Wrathion actually into the forge itself.
How interesting. This forge is built atop ancient Titan machinery.
Now, let me give you a brief breakdown of what's going to happen here.
Now, if I were a dwarf, I would just start randomly pushing buttons, but you and
These here are the actual forges. There is going to be a blacksmith up here that spawns, and there will also be a protector that spawns that's going to act like a NPC DPS mob slash tank. And they're going to help you kill waves of Shaw, which are going to spawn. There's going to be small, tiny Shaw that spawn, which can be easily AoE down. And then there are going to be larger ones, which are a little bit harder and may require some interrupts. Now, the blacksmith is going to go around and hit every single one of these forges. And once he is finished with one, it will become kind of energized. And when it is energized, you can use it, and it will basically obliterate all of the Shaw mobs in the area here. However, during this first part, which is stage 4, you can only use the anvils here once. So you have to be careful about using them. After this part is done, what is going to happen is that a boss mob is going to spawn. And I will comment more on that as soon as he comes up, but there's just a couple things. Number one, you're going to want to help your protector as much as possible. Number 2, the boss does a very special ability which will obliterate you and do a lot of damage. If you have DBM, it will basically tell you when he is casting it, and when he casts it, what you want to do is hit one of the forges. Unfortunately, just like before, the forges can only be used once. So, you have to be careful on the usage of the forges. So anyways, to start this off, we just have to go talk to Wrathion. And I shall begin here in just one moment. Okay, I am now going to begin.
these Pandaren question everything. It makes you think. What's this? Anomaly detected. Anomaly?
Here comes the Celestial Defender, and here's the Blacksmith, and we're going to start right here.
For the Shah. You're an expert at destroying Shah by now. Clean up this mess.
See that green beam? You can stand in that to basically heal yourself. damage there. Top, so it's 160 burn plus Well, I barely beat that part, but it's over. And now here comes the boss.
The shard grows in strike. Destroy it. You aren't harboring any bad thoughts, are you? I've overcharged the animals. They will be very effective against the shard, but each one can only be used once more.
Right there was the ability. It's called Insanity. In this part, you just need to avoid the pools here in Great Crap. Yes, as you see, the defender will die, and when he dies, the boss will follow you. Just barely beat it.
We are done here, but the weapon is not yet tempered.
Come back over here and talk to Wrathion.
This war could tear Azeroth apart. You must thrust the spear into the heart of the Stormlord while he still lives. Be careful. The moment it pierces his hide, you will be assaulted by his power. It is important to throw the spear.
I will note
just
that
before slaying the beast.
my DPS was quite low at only 48k. This is much easier as a DPS class, so long as you can avoid the abilities of the boss mob and control the insanity spell that it casts. So anyways, that is how you complete the Thunderforge quest. I got the Lightning Lance, and you throw that into Nalek, and that's pretty easy to do. But anyways, I hope this guide helps you out, and you get a flavor and feeling of how to complete this quest. So thank you for watching, and good luck.